So it is a dive day, but first, it is almost 2023, and I want to talk about my top 5 best dive destinations that you should visit next year. So let's get into it.
Critter Hunter.
So in no particular order, let's go with Nosy B, Madagascar. Now, I promise this list, unlike last year, is not going to be biased towards macro critters and muck diving. I'm going to include a little bit of everything, but the theme of this list this year is going to be some remote, far, exotic travels. Madagascar is obviously in southern Africa, and I got certified for my open water in Mozambique, just across the channel. But Madagascar has a whole bunch of reef, unexplored dive sites, designated dive sites, a handful of dive centers that can take you there. But on all the forums and underwater photography groups, there's some amazing species coming out of Nosy B, Madagascar. So that needs to be on the list for this year. Next up, I have to go with Ambon, Indonesia. This has been on my personal bucket list for many years. I've been all over Indonesia. I love basically every destination I've ever dove in Indonesia, but Ambon I still have not been able to get to. They got amazing species that you can't find anywhere else, including the psychedelic frogfish that people fly from all over the world on moment's notice just to see when they find it. But it's not just macro and muck. There's tons of awesome reef there as well. It's pretty remote, but these days, Indonesia is really good about promoting dive tourism. They even, if you put a scuba diver or scuba gear on your luggage, it's free at the airlines. So yeah, you could definitely get there from Jakarta or Bali. Whatever you do, just get to Ambon. So for the next one, I was wondering, should I say Cocos Island or Galapagos? But everybody knows about there. They're amazing, sure, but it's probably already on your list. So I'm gonna recommend Colombia. Colombia has a lot of awesome places, and they're way more unexplored. They have a Caribbean side and a Pacific side, and I highly recommend that. There's reef, there's critters, there's different critters on different oceans, and it's beautiful above water as well. So next up, I'm gonna go all the way back to the Pacific and say Solomon Islands. Of course, you all know about the Coral Triangle, but a lot of people don't know that the Solomon Islands are also in the Coral Triangle. So there's a huge mix of macro and wide angle, big stuff, small stuff. It's an awesome location to go diving. So it's a little bit off the beaten path. A lot of people, especially from the States and Europe, don't know about the Solomon Islands. There's a lot of undiscovered dive sites, dive locations around the country. I highly recommend putting that on your bucket list for scuba diving in 2023. Last but definitely not least is Darwin. If you've never been to Darwin, you need to come. I've been all over the world, and this is my base. This is where I ended up staying. We have our own dive shop right now. This is just the most marine biodiverse place that I've ever been. But it also has extreme reefs and Apple Island and like huge reef systems. Really healthy, really great examples of what a healthy ecosystem looks like. But as you know, I love the rare critters like flamboyant cuttlefish and wonderpuss and all the nudibranch you can find. It's amazing. We even published a book about nudibranch species of Darwin, and we're about to do our second book, which has almost 350 species. So I love Darwin. It is definitely the place you need to be in 2023. So that is it for this video. I really want to hear from you guys though, because that is only 5 scuba diving destinations for 2023 out of hundreds and hundreds that you could possibly do. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about my 5 recommendations, and what do you think I missed? I know there's going to be tons of destinations in the comments now, but I want to hear it. I want to see if you guys can tell me about a destination that I don't know about, that I haven't been to, or that should be on my list for next year. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon.